What's going on, guys? Blackhouse here once more with Let's Play Arsvine 4, and this is Victoria 2 again, damn it. As the British, last time, Germany had this war with Austria, and it's still going. Which I'm surprised by, but you know Austria's going to lose, because it doesn't have the manpower or the army that Germany has. So that's actually amusing to see. We're still building up, we're still waiting for our political alignment change, which should happen sometime this year. Now I need to check something. So you've done the Anschluss. Does it matter who succeeds or not? Rhineland challenge met. Rusland and Rhineland will no longer be interested. Well, you've avoided most of the good stuff already because of that. So they could demand Sudetenland, they could befriend Czechoslovakia. I don't know why the AI never does that. Let's befriend them. It works. I'm not gonna bite you. Work on naval bombers. Nice. So we actually are in more or less territory where it doesn't really matter. So we're building up the carrier fighters, we're building up the carrier bombers, building up naval bombers. At this point, we could actually. Well, we're gonna get everything manned when it comes to our carrier bombers and such. And then from there, we're going to go with just scraping them down because we don't need this manufacturers dedicated to making carrier stuff. We're really going to be replacing them anyway. If this goes how I want it to. It's a lot more difficult to make stuff for carriers, but I think the benefits do outweigh the negatives, just because carriers tend to have a lot more power to them. Like naval bombers ignore armor on enemy ships when they hit, and you can get tons of them. They don't do a lot of damage, but tons of them against enemy anti-air. Yeah. Not to mention, battleships I think tend to have higher manpower and usage. And to be fair, what's the other big battleship in the world? The Yamato. So we could actually, well, I could get the Centaurian, I guess, and then be the other guy. Yeah, look at that. That's melted. Okay, where do we actually go from here? 2 naval bombers a week. It'll build up, it'll build up. We are getting the fighters are coming in thick and fast now. And we're so close when we actually go through. Once there'll be a point where we get an event asking if we want a referendum, then you know we can change to the fascist side of things. And then France can go and say hi. Go and say hi. Come and say hi, rather. Are you cut down? Yes, nice. So this is over limit. If you go over limit, it's just repair power down, which isn't exactly that bad, but yeah. It's a bad thing. It's not that bad when you think about it. Like, it could be much, much, much worse. Let's give you your support group. Thank you. And after that, we'll work on giving the infantry the anti-tank guns they need. Speaking of, are we actually going to be making anti-tank guns? We haven't gotten queued. Put it above. Yeah, put it about there. We want 5 on that. Yeah, we're good. Now we're upgrading fighters, so we can actually start cutting down here. So. Boom. There. Start building into that. The CAS group is still getting numbers, which is surprising me. So I thought they'd be done by now. Aren't you guys meant to be replenishing? Ah, not deployed yet, okay. So this will get deployed and then it'll start getting the groups. So they got a couple of Hurricanes in there. I do try and keep as many planes up as I can. There we go. Fascists demand a referendum. The rapidly growing British fascist movement has never claimed that they need a majority support before they seize power, counting on uniting the nation under leadership once their rule is established. However, it seems that public support has grown rapidly. Many fascists are now calling Neville Chamberlain a hypocrite, claiming to represent the wishes of the people, while turning a deaf ear to the masses who want to see United Kingdom on the path to greatness. call for a referendum has been dismissed as a typical attempt at disrupting the system by the Conservative Party members so far. But at least it's a political measure. If we don't act now, the fascists may choose the violent struggle to do a better path to power. If people want to hold a referendum, we are now the British Union of Fascists. And we're the British Empire. What's this? We can invite Austria to faction. We could get into war with Germany now if we wanted to. I kind of want to. Is it worth it? At the moment, no. Germany is too strong for us. But we will start justifying on the French. I want Brittany. So I'll leave Germany to its fun for now. What do you need? Base Luxembourg, Spaniards, over there, we are war. Get a non-aggression pact with them. Because I need to boost relations with them. So if I'm right, if I do it quick, there goes the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth's leaving. I should be able to get the Pact of them in there before the Pact of Steel comes up. There we go. And there ends our alliances. We now stand alone with just the British Raj. Which sounds a lot worse than you think. It's actually a lot better than you think, but, you know, British Raj. To be fair, the British Raj isn't a bad ally, it's a nice pet. Reminds me. Take 2 divisions out, you and you. You trained or green? You're green? We didn't rush you out. Weird. Alright, so you guys are a new group. The Royal Scottish Battle Group. I'm going to garrison you guys up in Scotland. Actually, the Royal English. Here we do. So you guys are going and you're going to take Harold Alexander. And any new recruits we get, I want to send over to here. You guys go to there. Fall of Nanjing, improved entry equipment is done. We've got computing machine as well, so we want to be over here getting this and this. And that actually gets us an advantage because then we'll be able to see what's going on. Hooray! Do I think I made a mistake? You'd rather be part of the Comintern? Serves you right. So I could have done it early. Well, I guess the Comintern's now more powerful than us or something, I don't know. Don't actually know how that works. But production is getting underway quite nicely. We're now getting motorised up. Motorised, it's keeping it around for later on. Because there will be a use for it, it's just not going to be relevant until a later date. I'm also hoping to get this done before Together for Victory comes out, and that would be neat if I could. Just because of the sheer amount of stuff I can actually do. I also want to focus on the empires of these 3. Like, if I get this done before Together for Victory comes out, I will upload it all, like, over the course of, like, a few days, but it comes out in 3 days. I still need to pre-order it. But it doesn't seem to have that much in it, which is weird. Return of the King. There's no secret that no love is lost between King George VI and the British Union of Fascists. Voices in Parliament are now calling for his resignation in favour of his exiled brother, Edward VIII. This is a man less foreign to the idea of unity through strength, and a man with a vision for England. His are the qualities for seeking a leading for our nation. So you can either get Edward VIII as a leader, he puts down your political power gain by 30%, puts national unity up, justify war gold time is down. Or you can just have him as a national spirit, which just puts national unity up and ideological drift defense up. But you lose out because you're losing the popular figurehead. So you are hurt by this. It's one of those things you can't have to pull up with. It's the price of taking power. It will work out in the long run. Just right now it hurts a ton to pull up with it. Motorized is getting through quite nicely. We are low in aluminium. Good thing nothing else we have uses aluminium apart from the tank bombers. How are we doing on these then? Just degrading tanks right now apparently. There's the extra research slot. Let's get BSA. with this, I want to get... What do I want? That's a question. Look, the thing is, it's kind of a free thing, so what can we do with it? I think the best thing to get is probably like the signal company for the improved initiative. It's either that or we go for... where is it? One of these? Asphatic oil, yes. Actually, no, we don't need that yet. I don't think we're gonna need it. Don't need radar. We could get battlefield support doctrine. What am I doing? There's no reason not to get it. Almost literally no reason not to get it. Mobile defense. Again, there were the doctrines. That's the thing. Mobile defense is one of the first points where you actually get to think things through. Production is going nicely. Should have motorized done soon. The carrier naval bomber is getting somewhere. So is this actually more than the carrier fighter? The carrier fighter is actually cheaper. Okay, that's actually interesting. Naval bombers. Alright. We're not going to need that many naval bombers, no, that much. We're kind of coming to the point where I've got to decide about what to cast off. There's the piece for Austria. How much tension that cause? 4. That hurt. But they've damaged their economy down here. Like, they haven't got as many troops as they would have, which slows down the demand for state and land of Slovenia. Which means they might actually be looking at other places. There's a couple of things they could do then. It slowed them down regardless, that's what we needed. They've also got to repair all of it, because they damaged the entire place. But they've got the civilian patches to do that, haven't they? It's Bayern Munich. There we go. Damage to Tyrol. Damage to Upper Austria. Damage to Lower... Lots of damage to Lower Austria. Damn. If I hear damn Daniel, I swear. To be fair, I don't really understand why I'm actually doing the tank battalions right now. What else could we do? Still getting up hurricanes. Still getting up Cass. Main Kuroko has capitulated. Well, that always happens. Well, not always, but that happens. Japan is being forced back. Great. I need to be more careful. More careful than I was before, anyway. Let's actually just head this off at the pass and get oil now. Mr. Russia! Oh, Mr. Venezuela! What are these? Should be making good friends with you. Support of fascist relations, base, more troops. More troops on shared border. Are you threatening me? I can put more troops there if you want. Yeah, you won't want it. Come on. As soon as encryption's done, we'll have an advantage over something. I think France is on like 3 right now. You're working on levy on Mars. Okay, have you got rid of disjoint government? No, you haven't. Why not? Because government support is still in effect. No, it's not. What? Oh, you have to take a penalty for something. Oh, that's the suck. You've got a theorist. You've got a defense expert. You're about to get loads of small arms. You're partially mobilized. Your early mobilization, rather. As long as we can kind of beat the Italians and avoid them getting back to steel, we could actually form a decent threat against Germany right now. They do have a lot of divisions. They are going to be big. They have a lot of air power. Jeez. So we could actually do with putting some anti-air in our groups. Which actually, for once, might actually make it so we actually have to get the self-propelled anti-air. Or at least anti-air guns. How are we doing on production anyway? Down to... Okay, motorizer's done, so now we're working on the Matilda. I kind of want to rename the heavy tank destroyer just to give it a name. You know what? You, good sir, I'm not going to get a redesign, but you're just... The Matilda Firefly. Because we're not going to get Shermans, so we don't need to modify anything. Alright, over here, war economy in the full effect. And with world tension at 58%, we need to be careful. Just so we don't cause too much trouble. Because once that hits 80%, democracies can join the factions. Which France would actually join the Comintern if we went to war with them right now. If they could, anyway. They're kind of interesting, that. I kind of don't get that. They can only join factions when they've got a war declared, when they're at 8%, when tension's that high. Not even cut you down. And that gets us some more Matildas up. The Sea Gladiator is going to be entertaining. You're Hawker, aren't you? Doesn't actually say. Where was Hawker? I'm guessing it's Hawker. It's the Blackburn. I do wonder who made the Spitfire. Spiteful goes to the Firefly. Is that Advanced Fighter? Advanced Fighter. Improved Fighter. Early Fighter. Right, encryption is done. So, October 38, where do we go? It's always the question to ask. There's not really much to get. Let's start one of these early. Let's get the advanced machine tools early. Not a lot early, but still early. We can do some modifications if we want to. We are working on the heavy tanks, right? Yeah. We're getting one a week. How many do we have now? Logistics need. Heavy tank destroyer. Heavy tank 2. It's worth waiting. We're going to cut down production on the light tank now. Just put more into this. There's BSA. Let's go over here now and get the gas masks. So when this does get there, we're going to be fine. Just trying to think where else we could cast off numbers. Nowhere really. We need it all. We are going to get the carrier naval bombers sorted out before the war begins. That's one thing not to worry about. As for the fighters, yeah, we're going to be fine on that front. We are going to be able to cut down on the naval bombers at the end of this week. Which then means we could actually dedicate more resources towards the heavy tank. Yeah, actually fair. If we cut off 2 factories, go back here. And then in the week, by the end of the week, we'll be work on the heavy tank destroyers now. Sweet. Oh right, we need to get the turret anti-tank. And no, we're actually working on signal. No, we're not. Why didn't we work on signal corps? So war's probably going to happen. Oh, actually, yeah, they're 39. That's when operations actually begin. So what are you up to, Germany? Air innovations. Why is it when I do this game as France and try and get that achievement, I never get a war going on between Germany and Austria? But this time, it happens. Just as army experience up, so they got more experience out of it. Oh, freaking course. Because, you know, logic. How's Italy doing? No, but you're not working on anything. This worries me. Because they're either not doing anything, or they're doing a lot and I can't see it. They have not got Triumphant Will. Not Triumphant Will, the Triumph in Africa. So what are they doing? Get the carrier primacy. Because whatever they're doing when I can't see it. Which means they're up to something big, most likely. You know, it's like StarCraft 2. If you don't know what you're facing, expect Void Rays. Expect Void Rays Zerg. Which I really need to play. Actually, I look at StarCraft 2. Mostly for the arcade, admittedly, but I like the look of it. Mobile defense. Alright. Integrated support. Okay, at this point, it kind of comes down to a choice. Do you do mainline artillery, get some more bonuses, which is your actual groups, your anti-air, your anti-tank artillery, your rocket artillery, your motorized rocket artillery, or, I think there's also effects that, yes it does, or your support battalions get support, which is, well, a lot more things. This tends to benefit you more because it goes for everything. Line is more for defensive formations, I believe, so I'll go with integrated support. I will never argue against integrated support. Unless you're doing like a group that actually has like an army of full artillery and tank, that kind of thing. If you are, you know, props to you. You're braver than me. I can see that kind of working in some cases. In my case, probably not, because this is me we're talking about. I can flunk anything. I don't really need that many naval bombers, do I? Well, because of BSA, we're getting loads of small arms now, so we should be fine on that front. Heavy tanks are coming along nicely. We're getting heavy tank destroyers up as well. So there is an idea of how this formation is going to work. I'm just debating right now if I need anti-air for it as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if I did. There's decryption, so now let's get figuring out what the hell's going on. Because things are too quiet nearly. I think they got ahead of us on things for a time. Okay, so let's work on the Navy. That's not too bad. I do need to gear an eye on them though. There we go. Oh boy, that's actually good. I wish I saw this France more often, because defensive stratagems is the king of things for France. Poland has fallen to Miedzimos. Miedzimos, yep. Submarine, okay. Well, they're not going down here, that's the amusing thing. Rocketry, partisan suppression, repair intervention. Ooh, look at the war propaganda. Wow, actually are getting somewhere now. That's kind of worrying, because when we come over there, we're going to be facing America that kind of knows what it's doing. Not saying it does, but you know. Although we have good trade, we have a good relationship with them. Trade partners, of course. And we don't like them because ideology. Well, you can't have it all. Now we are actually getting that stuff up. Alright, we're going to keep production going for a bit, but we're going to have to make... There we go, last tank destroyer, nice. So it's going to be the close support Matilda, and then we'll work on the integrated anti-tank. Okay. A month and then when the war comes. I don't think I'm going to have the anti-tank up before the war, so... Yeah, we're not going to get... Formation flying. Give it better fire detection. Dive bombing... We're at 38, near 39. I'm going to start on... Actually, we're doing both things there. I could start on this early. 167. That's not too bad. Signal company, that's what I've been missing. Hell yes. So the signal company is just for the initiative. And it'll help you out a ton when it comes around to your tanks, because then they can actually... your battalions will actually have a better chance of being able to figure out where the enemy is, get a better chance of countering tactics, that kind of thing. Arguably, I can see reasons not to go for it. There's a lot of things that you could go for, like the Reigns company, because your heavy tanks need a lot of maintenance in order to keep working properly. This is still mobilising. Yeah, that's going to be fine. We could probably cut off production of light tanks at this point. But then we'd have to modify the entire tank group just to make sure. We'll see how things go after we've taken over France. We are running low on manpower though. I don't want to put up conscription law, because we're going to get some modifiers if we do. Where am I after? Thing is, I know what I'm doing, it's just the pace of things is what gets me a lot. Because I tend to outpace myself. Like I go too fast for what I need. Japan's now getting somewhere, that's a good start. Although supply is on a bit of a thin measure. If they can cut off the northern section, that's actually going to fall like a pebble. Like a pebble. Yeah, that's the most threatening of things, a pebble. Get the numerous things. Yes, gas masks are done, nice. Tension's high enough, so I'll go with the Military Training Act. And I am going to call that part there. So, next time Hearts of Iron 4 is the British. The War of France will be happening. We're about 12 days away from having the CB ready. And from there, I don't actually know. I mean, Belgium and Netherlands have to go, Switzerland maybe. We might be able to get in lines with Italy to help out with the Germans. I don't know. Ivan Blair Chaos, keeping you. Join me again next time for more in the wonderful world of Britain here in Hearts of Iron 4. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.